Today we are going to be talking about something I am not a big fan of: battle passes. Now, I don't know if it's the implementation, the context, or the contents, but I'm getting sick of battle passes, and this video is a part of a small little sub-series on the channel I'm gonna be doing throughout the week because I got lazy. My birthday was yesterday. By the way, a lot of you guys made that day awesome with your donations the day before, your well wishes, and your fan art. I really appreciate it. But because it was my birthday, I got lazy, and I thought, how can I make up for the lack of uploads? Well, obviously, the best thing to do is to just upload a bunch of stuff in a row. Well, videos take time to make unless I don't take the time to make them, so let's make some simple gameplay commentaries. I'm really good at this, and this is what I do most of the time anyway, but this will be really fun because I just have an idea, I'm gonna rant about it, and then it's gonna end, and that'll be it. So feel free to grab a snack or don't, doesn't matter. It's not really worth grabbing a snack over. Snacks can be expensive, so let's just talk about battle passes. And no, there's actually no caffeine in my system right now. I'm just getting a little amped up. I'm just a little upset because battle passes, the more I think about them, the more I resent them. Whether they're there to plug the holes of a content drought, whether they're there as a sole form of progression, or while being supplementative, they're just boring and uninteresting, and the best part about them is getting your money back. Yeah. Let's start with a game I really like, the Master Chief Collection, probably one of the best things I own, and boy, I'm glad I own it. There is so much to love about the MCC. While it had a really rocky launch, and now it has some really stupid cosmetics, you can toggle off the cosmetics that you don't want to see, and you just have some of the best shooters ever made on one disc. You can find matches, you can host matches, you can play co-op. It's just such a solid experience. Well, it's not perfect, and I'm sure somebody's already typing out one of the bugs that's bothering people in the MCC right now. I don't care. This is still the best game compilation I own as a shooter fan, and I hope that Call of Duty or Battlefield can get a similar treatment someday down the line. Or Medal of Honor, that'd be cool too. Honestly, the only other compilation I own that's similar to this in terms of preserving a awesome series of games is Uncharted: The Nathan Drake Collection, so yeah, props to you, 343. This was a really rocky game for years, but it's now one of the, again, best things I own, and one of the best things you did with it was implement a battle pass that wasn't linear. Okay, well, it sort of was. Essentially, the battle passes were non-expiring and were separated into sections. You did have to complete a section, which was a list of, I believe, 10 to 15 tiers. Don't correct me, because it doesn't matter. Either way, once you complete a section of tiers, you can move on to the next section of tiers. So it is linear in some degree, but the order in which you complete that section, or the battle pass you want to actually complete, is up to you. You gain tokens by completing challenges and leveling up. You go into the battle pass and you pick the tier you want to unlock. And of course, you level up with XP, and you get XP by, you guessed it, completing objectives, killing players, completing challenges. It meant that your performance was directly tied to how fast you progressed through the battle pass. Halo Infinite comes along, has no proper progression system, and doesn't reward you based on skill, only your ability to follow orders like a good little soldier. Halo Infinite's battle pass is bullshit. I honestly don't understand how people can defend it at all. Like, I get that this is a free-to-play game, but here's a fucking newsflash. They made the game free-to-play. Everything about this battle pass screams player retention, please. And no. This game does not care how good you are. It cares if you're able to complete the challenges you're given that day, which could be get kills with a pulse carbine, stick somebody with a plasma grenade. It could be anything, but that's the only way you're gonna get XP, or just by playing matches. And after your first couple matches of the day, I believe your first 4 or 5, you start going down to just getting 50 XP per match, no matter how long that match is or how many kills you get in that match. It doesn't care how good you are, it just wants you to keep playing. You can't have a really long game of big team battle that goes on seemingly forever and then leave the game with like 50 kills and 2 levels worth of XP and then just go ahead and pick your 2 tiers like you could in the MCC. No. It's all about player retention, and while some people seem to feel the need to tell me about how the business side of it works, that doesn't matter. Like, obviously, there's a reason that they're doing it, and it might even be working. I mean, sure, it lost, like, so many thousands of players already, tens of thousands, but fine. But here, as a consumer, I'm not here to give a shit about what the business side of it is. I'm not here to sympathize with 343 or Microsoft. I'm here to say that, hey, if you don't reward me for how good I am, I'm not gonna feel the need to be good at your game. Which means I don't practice, which means I'm not playing. See the point? Get the picture? Let's move on. Now, Call of Duty's Battle Passes are better than Halo Infinite's because, well, obviously it's not the only progression system in the game. Isn't that nice? Like, just in Vanguard alone, I can level up my weapons, my operators, my clan, my profile itself, and on top of that, progress through a Battle Pass. So the Battle Pass is supplementary to a whole other list of progression systems. Now, are they all amazing and flawless? No, but in my opinion, when it comes to progression, I'm gonna say this, at least it's there. Halo Infinite only has a Battle Pass, and it's not even a very good one. So many of Halo Infinite's tiers are challenge swaps and double XP tokens. Barf. I know in Season 2 they're gonna be adding credits, but I feel like that's just gonna be a way for them to add even less armor to the pass. I feel like they're gonna have the same number of challenge swaps and double XP tokens, and then on top of that, they're gonna throw in credits. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong, maybe 343 will really surprise me and not fuck up something about Halo Infinite. But when it comes to Call of Duty, I feel like in Modern Warfare there was multiple tiers of stuff that I actually wanted. Weapon variants and skins and whatevers that I actually wanted. I can't remember everything, but look, I feel like I enjoyed Modern Warfare's Battle Passes more often than not. But as time has gone on, I find myself caring less and less about the Battle Passes other than, of course, getting the weapons out of them, which is its own topic that we will get into now. You see, Call of Duty likes to do two things right now. They like to put weapons, perks, and equipment in the Battle Pass, so you have to progress through a linear tier-by-tier Battle Pass, which is based primarily on time played, might I add. I believe XP is a factor, it's just a very small factor. But anyway, you progress through the Battle Pass to unlock the weapons, or you get a challenge to complete to unlock the weapons, and often those are challenges like get 5 LMG kills in 15 different matches or something like that, which isn't really a challenge, it's just telling you to play 15 games at that point. It's such a low bar of entry, like, oh, can you get 5 kills this game? Cool, do that 14 more times. It's aggressive player retention bullshit that I'm not a fan of. So with Call of Duty, while the Battle Pass is supplementary, it's boring as hell, and my favorite tiers are the ones with COD points on them, so that maybe in a couple of seasons I can go into the store and with the COD points I earn from the Battle Pass, buy something that actually looks good, because praying that something looks good in a Battle Pass in Call of Duty, that prayer usually goes unanswered. Nothing better than progressing through a whole play session of Call of Duty just to get a charm and a skin for an operator you're not gonna use and a weapon variant that looks like garbage. I would love non-match-gated skill-based challenges to unlock weapons, and I'd like a battle pass full of more premium feeling, interesting cosmetics, but I don't think I'm ever gonna get that. And then you go over to Red Dead Online, and while this game is a massive disappointment right now, I was at first really excited to see their new quick draw outlaw passes that were really fast to get through. But over time, they made the game feel like a chore, and I ended up just not enjoying it very much. I could have sworn Red Dead Online was going to receive new content based on what they were adding when I was getting into the game, and no big DLC, no big content drop, just outlaw passes and small events and game modes of varying quality, of varying intrigue. It just wasn't interesting, and now those outlaw passes leave a bad taste in my mouth. I think what all of this goes to show is that man cannot live on battle passes alone, and if a battle pass fades into the background it will fade. I think battle passes, especially the ones that allow you to pay for more premium tiers, should feel premium. I should feel like I'm getting a product and not an afterthought. I paid for it after all. And if you have battle passes where the only purpose is to keep players busy in between massive content droughts, people are going to start affiliating them as being a chore during the game's worst moments. They're not a great band-aid fix, and they're not a great progression system. They need to be supplementary. I think the reason the MCC's Battle Pass works is because it's a compilation of games that are like a decade old or more. The fact that it has any progression at all is awesome. The fact that it respects you so much is just a huge bonus on top of that, even if it doesn't always respect the art style. So now I want to hear from you. What is the best Battle Pass you've ever played with, and what Battle Pass system do you wish would follow every single shooter on the market? Whether it's AAA or free-to-play, let me know, and I look forward to reading your comments, genuinely. See you when I see you. Goodbye.